Hey everyone, Terrence here from T.G.G Gaming with Mapes. He's going to be giving you guys this deck profile you guys have been waiting for. So without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah, we're playing 60 card Dark Warrior. It's a little different from the original combo video I showed. The original I showed a U-board with Dark Law, but after going to the YCS we found out that Dark Law just isn't good enough in this format. Like all the dangers, like all their effects. So we switched it up a little bit. So hope you guys like the video. At the end, please like and subscribe. First, we play 3 Armageddon. That's normal summonable monster in the deck. It sends all of your combo pieces. We play 3 Vion. We don't play very many darks. We're just trying to get Mally into grave as quick as possible. So a lot of the decks that you're seeing right now only play 2 Vion. But you need the 3rd in case you don't draw like the discard for the next card, which is only 2 Greffer. We don't play any of the danger cards or anything like that, so there's not very many targets that you actually want to discard off a Greffer. So it's really only there if for an extender, or if you hard draw a Mally, you can summon it off of the Assault to discard your Mally. So next we got our standard 3 Malicious. We play 1 Boots to search the trap, 1 Destrudo to go into our Yazi play. Then for the extenders, we got 3 Red Layer. This card is just better than Thrasher because it can still trigger your Firewall. It also still just runs into what's the level 4 that can activate effects? Inspector, yep, just runs into that. So, and then we have our 3 Junk Forward, the best one because it can just be normal summoned. Then we play a small Goki lineup to keep triggering and summoning out. So we play the 1-4, 1-3, 1-2, 1-1. We won't play any of the bigger ones because we want to be able just to normal our warriors in case we draw them. And we play 2 Aqua Dolphin. I like it more than 1. If you're playing 1, you're just summoning it off the Assault to see like what you have for hand traps. If you play 2, you can really you can draw it and open it and you'd be fine with it. And it's really a good card just to draw, especially with all the extenders like Junk Forward and Red Layer. It makes it just that much better. And then we wanted to play cards for going second, which is really good in this deck because of all the FTKs and stuff going around. So let's just play 6 hand traps. We play 3 Ash, which hits the majority of the cards right now, and we play 3 Bell. We also want to play hand traps that go around the mid breaker. So we want cards for like the FTK and for the mirror match. So we want cards that won't be affected by mid breaker. Also, these are also both proactive and reactive, so they're good for when my opponent goes first, but also when I go first, this stops cards like DD Crow, and then this will also stop cards like Shared Ride, which are really a problem for this deck. Next, our last 2 monsters, we play the 1 Ibly and the 1 Weirmare. Can be bricks, but honestly, if you draw 1, you just use the other, so you can always full combo if you draw 1 of them, just don't draw them both. One of the spells, we play our 1 Rhoda, searches anything, our 1 Foolish. We usually send the Mally, but if we like draw the Mally or we don't need the Mally right away, we'll send the Boots to search our trap. And we play 3 Instant Fusion. The Rajin's really good. It also it's the Inspect border. It's a mid extender, so like you can still play it if you have monsters on board and stuff like that, instead of like where like Red Layer and other cards don't let you play halfway through the combo, so it's very good. Still play 3 Engage. Instead of just playing the 1 drones, having the Eagle Booster is really good. And then also this card's really good because you can get kind of greedy with it. So if you want, you can make your Assault, you can send your 4 Equip spells, summon out your Armageddon, or send 3 to summon out the Aqua Dolphin, make your summon Sorceress, then play the Mobilize, the Engage, which will search you your Ego Booster, which will let your Summon Sorceress go through, and it gets you the draw since you sent all the equip spells. It also comes up as like, if you have an extender and you're not worried about getting ashed off of the Assault, you can like Assault send as cost, and if they ash, then you're just like, oh, okay, I'll play Engage now, and I'll search like my Hornetrones, and then play Hornetrones and get the draw off of it. So we play the Hornetrones to start, and the Ego Booster, because this card's really, really good. Especially if you hard draw it, people can't play around it. For other cards to let you go interrupted, we only play 2 Midbreaker. Might bump it to 3. I just don't like seeing multiples of it. You don't always have to Yazi him, so obviously this card doesn't work if you give him a monster. But you can, if you draw the Ibly, you have to Yazi, so if you draw like Ibly this, it just doesn't work. You've got to play the 2 Call by the Graves. And then for extenders, we play the 1 Soul Charge. Every time you see this, you win. The 1 Reborn. The 1 Rematch. And then 2 World Legacy Succession. This card's like almost as good as Reborn. If you get stopped, this helps you get going again or play through a hand trap. And if you just draw it and you go uninterrupted, you just link away your Firewall and bring it back with this and have a live Firewall. Really good. And then we play 5 equips. The Phoenix Blade, the Overdone, probably the worst one. You play the Autonomous Action Unit in case it's good for going second because you can like bring back, like say like you're playing against Striker, you can bring back the Raid and gives you a Warrior. Otherwise, if you're going first and you get hand trapped, you can bring back their hand trap and keep going. So it's just better than the Noble Knight card. Then we play the second best, the Fossil Dig. Just anything that doesn't discard. Problem is that like this and this negate the effects, so they aren't as good as the DDR. The DDR just doesn't negate the effects, and it's really, really good because you'll just discard like a pointless card like the Sword. So if you do have to send 4 to summon out your Armageddon, you'll send these 4 and you'll leave yourself the DDR for the 1 to draw. And then finally, 3 traps, just the 3 Shade. 60 cards. Side and extra. Extra, you need to make 14 of your 15 cards to in the combo, the new combo. So there's only, or sorry, you need 14 if you make Yazi. So there's not a whole ton of room. But like if you want to play a card like Boral Sword, there's some cards you can cut. 2 Mermaid. It's better to end on double Mermaid with a Cerberus than end like Mermaid and the Phoenix. So it makes you a little better. So you have to play 2 Mermaid, unfortunately. It takes up another extra deck spot. 2 Cerberus, because we're ending on Cerberus now, so instead of 2 Phoenix. Only play 1 Phoenix. 1 Unicorn. That's it for the Nightmare cards. 1 Link Karibo. This is how you trigger your Gumblar. Second time if you don't have the trap. 1 Proxy for the U. The Trigate, that's live at the end for the negate. 1 Assault. The 1 Summon Sorceress. The 1 Firewall. The 1 Gumblar. You make all of these in your normal combo. The only 2 that you don't always make that that are good to have are first the instant fusion target. So if you cut instant fusion and play something else, this frees you a spot to play like Boral Sword or second Assault. And then the Yazi. Clears boards. It's still really, really good getting the Mare out. And then for side deck right now, Siding Cowboy, because you have to be able to go first, like when getting close to time. 3 Cherries. Just need more hand traps for the FTK and the mirror matches. 2 Ogre. Like I said, I don't like playing cards that can be interrupted by the field spell, but this card's really good if they don't have it. You just can hit their Summon Sorceress, you'll win. And then for back row decks, I'm playing 3 Twin. For Thunder Dragons, 3 Book of Eclipse. And then for like Ultra Guys, some more back row, 3 Reboot. So that should be everything. 60 cards in the main, 15. Quickly, the new end board will look, instead of with the Firewall, it ends mermaid, mermaid. Do it like this. Cerberus, Trigate, Firewall. Where's the Gumblar, and then you'll have the level 1 Octave Stretch, and then during their turn you'll tribute for the Wink Karibo. So you'll have a full U-board, you have the Trigate live, you'll discard 4 off the Gumblar. So it just turns out to be better, but because it's a little bit more consistent with less bricks without playing all the heroes, and now you, the Dark Claw was good, but it's just not needed. A little more consistency, and not having Dark Claw frees you a spot to play a second Mermaid, so they really can't attack over you, being they stack the 2000 over, can't destroy by card effects, it's just a little more unbreakable, and you need the U to stop Thunder Dragons. So that should be everything. So hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe to Team Guidance Gamer, and let me know if you guys want any new videos or any other decks. We'll gladly put it together and make combo videos. All right, thanks.
Thanks, James.